Are black men really resistant to the truth? The truth about life, the truth about our condition, the truth about taking accountability, the truth about our women, the truth about ourselves. Are we really resistant to the truth? Now, I know somebody's probably going to listen and say, well, there he goes again. What about the women? It's not our focus. That's not our focus. Are we so resistant to the truth that we put off looking at other, that we put off, I should say, looking at ourselves? We continuously put the microscope on somebody else. Are we so resistant to the truth? And why? Why are we resistant to the truth? To me, I believe as a man, you should always be wanting to know the truth, because the truth is the only thing that's going to allow clarity. And with clarity allows improvement. And I think that's why we lack improvement. It's because we don't want to know the truth. How can you get better? How can you know your flaws if you don't look for the truth? If you don't look for clarity? Like, do we really sit back and think that we are perfect? Do we really sit back and think that we don't have any improvements to make? That nothing is our fault? That we can't do better nowhere? Do we really sit back and think these things? Because if not, because if we do, that's scary. I should say, if we do, that's scary. We're so quick to point at everybody else. We're so quick to point at our women and say it's her fault. But remember in elementary school, they said when you point at somebody, you got three other fingers pointed back at you. So be careful before you point at somebody. And that's all I've been trying to say, is that we continuously point the finger at somebody else. We continuously point the finger at our women and say it's her fault, it's her fault, it's all her fault. Yet while we holding up our hands, we forget it's three fingers pointing back at us. And when those three fingers point back at us, we don't sit down and take the time to write out what those three things are that we got to fix. I'm not saying we can't offer lending advice to help others improve as a collective. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying the mindset state and the mind frame that we are in, especially when we are bringing down other people, is not right. We're doing it as if we're superior. We're doing it as if we have no flaws. We're doing it as if we can't take accountability for nothing. Black men want to be leaders. We want to lead our families. We want to do this. We want to do that. What's the thing about a leader? A leader takes accountability. Again, a leader takes accountability. That's what a leader is. He takes accountability. So what you look like as the leader of your family, leader of your household, and you putting the blame on other people, saying it's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault. You have to understand, taking accountability is not saying that you actually did it. You taking accountability is saying that you want to be responsible, and you are going to be responsible for fixing it and making it better. Taking accountability, you take accountability for them L's just like you do them wins. Them losses just like you do them wins. You're accountable when the team lose, but you also accountable when the team win. That's what we keep forgetting. But I think so many times we've been handling so many losses, we forgot that you can win and be accountable, and it looks good. We only see accountability when it's on the losing end. But what about when it's on the winning end? When your efforts go noticed and you receive something back from it that's positive. But yet we don't be in that mind frame. We don't be in those mindsets. You want to take accountability then when you win, but not when you lose. That's not a leader. Again, that's not a leader. You want to take accountability when things work out, but not when they don't. That's not a leader. You got to be able to take accountability when you win and when you lose. That's what a real leader is. That's what a real leader is. Yet we're so scared of the truth. Yet we run from the truth. We don't want that to be the truth, because that means that now we got to step up. We got to change. We got to grow up. Now, if you don't want to, cool. If you don't want to grow up, if you don't want to take accountability, if you don't want to do better, if you don't want to grow, if you don't want to be a leader, if you don't want to have respect, if you don't want to be admired, if you don't want to be desired, if you don't want people to follow you, and honor you, then by all means, continue doing what you're doing. But a portion of us, we're going to take accountability because we want to grow. We want to do better. We want to be true leaders. We don't mind being accountable. We don't mind that. Because we know we're going to get wins. We know we're going to lose too. We know we're going to take some losses. We know it. That's all a part of the game. But you know it's a part of the game as well? Wins. That's what's a part of the game, wins. So be afraid of the truth? Never. You can't be that. You can't be afraid of the truth. Because knowing the truth is the only thing that's going to allow you what? Clarity. Again, when you know the truth, that leads you to clarity. And I'm afraid a lot of black men don't want the truth. They don't want the truth to know that you going overseas for these women that's not really desiring you. They putting up a front, an act, and you losing your respect. They're looking at you as a clown. That's disrespecting yourself. That you put fornicating with other women above your respect. That you choose fornicating with foreign women above your respect. Excuse me. I'm not necessarily saying fornicating with women for foreign is no. I'm not. What I'm saying is that you going out of your way to be desired by foreign women, allowing that to boost your respect and your self-worth, is doing nothing but disrespecting yourself. But they don't want to know that truth because the desire ain't real, the love ain't real. They don't want to know that truth. They don't want to live that truth. They don't want to live and know that they have to work on themselves. The same lame that you was in America is the same lame that you are over there. So why are you buying a plane ticket and hotel room and all that to get some cheeks when you can do that over here and save you some money? Because you renting desire. Again, you are renting desire, but they don't want to know that truth. Black men don't want to know the truth that if you work on yourself and you create avenues and opportunities and things of that sort, and you really lead with confidence, you lead as a man, you lead as a God-fearing man, women will adapt to you. You forgot that women are adaptive individuals. They adapt. That's for their survival. They adapt. But y'all so caught on to what they saying instead of what they do that you miss out on opportunities. You don't want to live in the truth that other people have foundation and communities and infrastructure that they have built. And that's why our women go over there. You don't want to know that truth. You want to live in the lie that they just like those other men and that we're no good. Y'all want to live in that lie because it allows you to be comfortable, to not try, to not put your best foot forward, to not create and establish things for your people. That's the hard work. That's why you would rather say and live in the excuses and the lies that you live in instead of living in the truth. That you can have it too. That you can have it your way like Burger King too. But yet we don't want to live in that truth. Why? Because it causes hard work. It causes us to reflect. It causes us to look in the mirror. It causes us to do the shadow work. It causes us to tap in. It causes us to forgive. See, that's a big one. We don't want to forgive. It allows us to hold grudges. See, I believe a lot of black men don't want to forgive the black woman for hurting him. I want to tap into this more, this forgiveness with black men, but a lot of black men don't want to know that truth, that you were really hurt by a black woman. That's where all this anger, hate, and frustration comes from, because you was really hurt. Whether it be by your mama, first love, a girl that you really liked, who did you wrong, cheated on you, or chose somebody else, or whatever the case may be. And you're not looking at it from the other standpoint, that they might have been emotionally immature, or this or that, or looking out for your best interest, or whatever the case may be, but yet so hurt that you never forgave. And yet that carries on, but they don't want to know that truth. And I'm not saying in the sense of like, who hurt you to be dismissive. No, you were probably really hurt. And because you've been so sheltered by that, you allowed that to lead. You led with your hurt. You led with your pain. You led with your frustration. Instead of finding the truth and living in that truth and continuing on. Now you're living in lies. Now you're living in manipulation, the same manipulation that you put upon yourself to believe the lies that you believe in order for you to live the way that you live in. So are black men afraid of the truth? I would just have to say yes. The truth that we got to clean up our act. The truth that if we really want the black woman to build with us, we have to give her something to build. Ideas, thoughts, visions, plans. Black men don't want to know the truth that working a 9 to 5 is not enough. All that's going to get you is just a paycheck to survive. Black men don't want to know that a black woman ain't trying to get with you just to survive now. She can survive on her own. She can struggle on her own. No matter how many times we try to logistically say, put 2 incomes together is better than one and go half. And logistically or logistically, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear no logic. They're not at that point to receive logic because it ain't working out. Some people, they got to see it before they believe it. Some people got to believe it before they see it. And the condition that our women are in, they got to see it before they believe it. And that's just because of the position that we are in, whether it's been systematically or whether it's something that we've been done. It don't matter at this point. It is what it is. Our people, our women are no longer, believing before they see it. No, they have to see it before they believe it. And that's just the condition that we're in now. That's the truth that we have to live. But we're afraid of that truth. We don't like that truth because it don't help our ego. It don't allow us to be comfortable. Because now we have to step into the unknown. But like I said, when you know the truth, it gives you clarity. So now when we have clarity that we have to build, we have to have infrastructure. We have to win our women back if we want to build with them. Now when you have clarity on that, now you can come up with a game plan. Now you focus. Now you have a vision. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all just want me to sit back and talk about Keisha and how she's messed up and how she did the black man wrong and how she ran away and how she did this with feminism, how she did that and did this and did that, kicked the black man out to receive this. Y'all know about all that. I know about all that. I'm not stupid. I'm not slow. Trust me. I'm well in depth with this whole thing. I know about it all. I know about the feminist movement. I know how they did this and did that. I know about that. I'm not stupid. But what good does that do when communities and are built on the foundation of men? They know it, we know it. No matter how much a feminist want to say that or say opposite of it, they know it, we know it. It's the truth. And if we want our community to do better, if we want to have something for our kids, our grandkids, our nieces, our nephews, we got to put in the work. Fuck what happened in the past. We are here now. Ain't nobody coming to give us no reparations. Ain't nobody coming to help us. Ain't nobody coming to save us. If we want better, we got to do better. And if you don't want to, then stop talking. And I believe that's what the next thing that has to happen is that if you're not wanting to build with the community, if you're not wanting to build with your future black women, if you don't want something to leave something with your for your kids or grandkids or whatever the case may be, stop talking. Stop talking about the black women. Stop talking about the Bookies. Stop talking about the Ray Rays. Stop talking about the Keisha. Stop talking about the 304s. Stop talking. Because you talking about these people, you talking about these situations without offering a helping hand or willing to build, you just tearing down people. You just talking shit without no resolution. Now, what type of individual is that? You don't go talk about other people's community without offering no helping hand or solution. So why you do it with your own people? Especially if you don't want to help build. You wouldn't accept that from no white man. You wouldn't let no outside a white man talk about your community and your people. Well, some of y'all will. But I'm saying generally, y'all wouldn't. So why you do it to your own people if you're not willing to help and build? If you're not willing to help and build and uplift, why are you talking about correction or why are you talking about the people? Shut up. Because it's getting old. It's getting real old. If you the type to want to date foreign women, but then pull down your women, shut up talking about our women. Because it's getting old. If you want to shame our women or you want to shame our people, but you're not wanting to offer a helping hand or solutions or want to build, it's getting old. It's time for you to be quiet. Because you're not helping us. You're making it harder. And that's the truth that y'all need to wake up to. A lot of y'all just hurt. A lot of y'all hurt and y'all ain't got no self-love. And it's all projection. Before this get too long, this is your favorite cousin Rich. Y'all be safe out there. Love and blessings.